When I came to America, I was not really impressed with a lot of things that I saw, a lot of people that I met, but you are one of the few people. No, you are the first person when I met. I was like, nah, this man smells like money.
I've been here for 11 years.
Okay.
It has not been that smooth journey as everyone sees it, because many people see the now,
Okay.
but they don't see the before. The reality set in for me when 5 months I've not been able to get a job.
Okay.
Be careful with every step you make.
Okay.
Every wrong move you make can cost you or set you back 4 or 5 years. I was planning on going back in a year.
Okay.
My plan was that I was going to live in America for 13 years and I'm done.
Okay.
I'm 11 years here and I'm still counting.
2 years.
And I
you
don't
go,
think,
you go
oh,
back.
no. You need to be able to make sure that every move that you are doing, every step you are doing, take all the advices.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure. Pay where I state now.
Okay.
I'll tell you that 9 to 5 pay bills.
Okay.
If you want to be able to build wealth, it's not 9 to 5.
Okay.
My 5 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
is a time that you use. When I'm one successful man that I met made me understand that the reason why many people fail to be able to build business and wealth is because this. And that is their prime time.
For a lot of people, the idea of coming to America exudes a lot of excitement in their heart, given the construct that America is a land flowing with milk and honey. However, when you get to America, the milk and honey is not just handed over to you. You would have to understand the American system before you be able to enjoy the good America has to offer. People have tried their own way and it's not really going well for them. Today, I am joined by a man who has taken his time to understand the American system and how it works. And now he's enjoying the good that America has to offer. He tells his story and we are here to learn. My name is Ato Apia and this is Afro-based Mindset. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done that, and let's get down to business. So thank you so much for accepting to have this discussion with me.
You are very welcome. Always a blessing.
Yeah, I know America is a very busy place, and so I do not take it lightly if people spend some hours to have this conversation, with the setup and everything. I really.
Yeah, it's a holiday, so we are enjoying the holiday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here to sort of discover your story, your journey coming to America, and how you've made it a lot of money.
I'm so on the path. I'm not there. I'm nowhere close.
So for context, I think that when I came to America, I was not really impressed with a lot of things that I saw, a lot of people that I met, but you are one of the few people. No, you are the first person when I met. I was like, nah, this man smells like money. I was like, I saw your house. I was like, bro, this is America. Like, yeah.
I felt the same as I visited a family back also 2017, and when I went to their house, it was a mansion.
Okay.
Not just the building alone, but what was in the house. The swimming pools, going over, looking at their playing grounds. I felt like, wow, this is it. And from those times, for me, what those things reminded me of was the fact that to see Ghanaians who are settled in America, I think they had about 3 children and doing well, was an inspiration.
Okay.
So hearing you say that, I can also attest to the fact, and I can understand how you are feeling because I've been there before.
Okay.
And I know how it feels.
Okay. So, can you take us on your journey, how you go to America? How long have you been in America, though?
I've been here for 11 years.
Okay.
It has not been that smooth journey as everyone sees it because many people see the now.
Okay.
But they don't see the before. I came into a small town all the way in Dickinson, North Dakota. That was where I first landed.
Okay.
Landed in Dickinson, North Dakota, moved to Seattle, Washington State, lived there for a while. Then I'm currently living here in Ohio. the journey in Dickinson of Dakota was, I remember when I was landing there, I said, hey, where am I getting to?
This America.
Because it was in the middle of nowhere. Where we get down from the airport, we have to drive like 7 to 8 minutes before I can even see a gas station.
Wow.
So in the car, they take me to Burger King. I go to Burger King, sit down, have a meal. And so someone who's coming from Ghana, as soon as I see the soda, I'm done. I'm going. It's like, okay, it's a refill. I asked, can I refill? They said, yeah. I once again did my refill. And I bring the refill story because that is a refill that have saved me. It saved me for the next 48 hours.
Oh.
Because the person who came to pick me up,
Okay.
I think I got down like 3 p.m. Dropped me went after the food, dropped me at the house. Then he went to work that evening. I saw him the next 48 hours.
Wow.
And he told me, how have you been surviving? I said, the Burger King soda.
Surviving.
Yeah, but I'm always grateful for him. Very grateful for him because I learned a lot from him when I came to this country. One of the key things that he was a man of his words. If he says no, he said no.
Okay.
One of the key things I also learned from him, for me, was the fact that he doesn't overpromise you.
Okay.
Because in this country, you get many people telling you that I can do this for you, or when you do this, everybody will advise you.
Okay.
But there are few that are going to step up. If he won't give it to you, he'll tell you he won't give it to you, and that's it. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go. He just strict like that. And for me, I like that.
Okay.
Because it doesn't get you disappointed. Because it sets your tone on, okay, you know that this is what you have to do with this person. Mm-hmm. This person will be able to afford me.
Yeah.
Now, let me try and look for other means to be able to also get what I want.
Okay.
I lived in North Dakota for a while, then I went to Seattle. So Seattle is when I started fulfilling my dreams.
Okay.
The dream was working in corporate America.
Okay. So now, before we get into Seattle, so I know that every person coming to America, especially from Africa, like you have this wild expectation and thinking that America is like flowing with milk and honey. So like you landed in America, and what was your perception? Like what's your reaction when you go here?
I think good for me. Have been to the UK.
Okay.
Several times before coming here, so I had a little bit of understanding. I've been to outside London, so I knew that
it's not that.
It's not the flamboyance that we were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I was so shocked with the village that I found myself because it was so a shock for me. The reality set in for me when 5 months I've not been able to get a job.
Okay.
And I get a first job. And the job that I was doing, I was helping an old man who was doing markings.
On the pavement?
Yes, on pavements. Okay. So when you look at the pavements, the crossing.
Okay. That was trying crossing, those things. Demarcations, okay.
Yes, that's what he was doing. That was my first job.
Wow.
I remember after first day that I went to the play the second day, when I woke up in the morning, I tried to open up my eyes and I could see that the sand is falling.
Oh.
Because before he comes and do the pavement, I have to hoover all the sand from there.
Okay.
And
built up.
Yeah.
Built up on your eyes.
But I was determined to make it. One, because I had a family issue I had to go and take care of. And that's always what brings all of us here.
The black tax, they call it.
Yeah.
They call it the black tax. Like once you come here, you're making money. Everybody back home, like, Charlie, give me money, give me money.
I have a family issue I had to take care of. So I was...
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, so I had to deal with that. And so I was determined to be able to make it out of it. But at a point, I was hitting the reality that it's not how I wanted it to be. Because I was planning on going back in a year.
Okay.
My plan was that I was going to live in America for 13 years and I'm done. Okay. I'm 11 years here and I'm still counting.
2 years.
And I don't think, no. Yeah. Don't let my wife hear that or else she's... Yeah, but that is how I perceive my life to be. Okay. But that's not how it happened.
Okay. So now, like, you come to America, the reality sets in. What's your next move? Like, after working with that?
Adjusting.
Okay.
Adjusting in the sense that you need to be able to, and I think that's one of the things that comes with us also. Most of our lives, decisions have been made for us.
Okay.
But there's a time where you have to make the decision.
Yeah.
So I always tell everyone that when I came to this country, one of the advice my brother gave me, my brother lives in Italy. And during, I think my second day or my first day, second day, when I was complaining that, oh, the guy who came for me, I've not seen him. And was telling me that, and he advised me that this country, one of the things he advised me is that you should be careful with every step you make.
Okay.
Every wrong move you make can cost you or set you back 4 or 5 years. And so I should be careful. That has stuck with me till now. It has stuck with me till now. And I tell everyone also the same thing. Because I came to realize that in this country, everybody will advise you, but you have to make the decision.
Yeah.
The consequence of the decision that you make, you are the one that is going to bear it. At night, nobody is going to be there. You are the only one counting the ceiling. When the sleepless night comes,
Yeah.
it's not the people who advise you. They can advise you, oh, let's go to the party. We go to the party, something happens. Somebody gets stabbed, you are arrested.
It's on you.
It's on you. Oh, this person took me to the party. Oh, no, those stories, it doesn't fly.
Okay.
Here, we don't beg. It's a law that takes its place.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to make sure that every move that you are doing, every step you are doing, take all the advices.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure you're making the right decision.
Okay. So in making the right decision, you came here, you did the stuff, and you went to work in a bank.
Yes.
Right.
So I started working in a bank. Now, that was my first job. Because I had always wanted to work in corporate America.
Okay.
So I started working in the bank. 6 months, 8 months into the bank, I was like, nah. I'm trying to push further in the bank. I was in a branch.
Okay.
So I was meeting people that was coming in. I was a personal banker. So now I'm looking at going to the corporate level. Then I realized that the path there is very long.
Okay.
So then I have to go back to school.
Okay.
And that's when I decided. I remember one of my experiences at a branch. I met, I think he's a millionaire, not a billionaire.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's a millionaire. I don't want to mention his name for privacy sake. And he came to withdraw money. He was traveling all the way to Europe.
Okay.
Now he wanted to withdraw money, then go change the money into euro to travel with it. But he didn't know that we could do it at the bank.
Okay.
So as soon as he came, I told him that it's possible.
Okay.
So I started asking questions. I used to ask a lot of questions at the bank because I was curious to learn how the system works.
Okay.
Mind you, I saw this man has 4 accounts. One account that he has named it more like a daily use. I forgot the actual term. More like a daily use. Had over $800,000 in the account. Hey!
Daily use.
So
Wow.
it's like,
Yeah, like used for day-to-day activity, $800,000.
and as I'm talking to you, he coming for $9,000. And I even think that he wanted more. The only thing is that if you go more than 10,000, then now we have to report it.
Okay, yeah.
So daily use 800,000. Then I open the other accounts, and I can see 1 million.
Wow.
Then I started asking him, so what do you do for a living? Then he started telling me, oh, he used to work here. He doesn't know more. The media things are this. The media, okay. Then now you open up another question. Then I started probing him more. And so what are you going to do in Europe? And so he's going for a board meeting. He's flying to Amsterdam, go to London, go to Germany, back to Amsterdam, then come back to London, then fly back. In the span of about 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
Meetings, moving meetings. I remember that day when I was going on lunch, then I spent my whole lunch Googling about him.
Wow.
Yeah, I Googled about him. He's serving on this board. He's serving on this board. Then I'm like, God, one day.
That bang. do you for that bang?
Yeah. And so that pushed me that no, this level that I am, I have to go back to school.
Okay.
Because he didn't, I don't know whether he had his master's, but he started working right from college.
Okay.
So I went back to school to do my master's. So I have to quit my job at the bank.
Okay.
Then now I have to go work with a hotel at a night audit. So that when I go to work and I go to school, I can still be able to make money to pay my bills. Then during the day, my class will start at 2.
Okay.
So during the day, I did a part-time work with a non-profit, which also opened me up to another different perspective about life in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you talk about opening up to a different perspective, like how? Because like I would think that now you work in a bank, you live in a bank and then you stop working in a non-profit. It's like
Yep.
it's not
Because you see, when you're working in a bank, the narrative is that when you're working in a bank, you are making more money.
Okay.
You are this. No,
Yeah.
you are keeping somebody's money.
okay.
You are you are a security
Security
guard for somebody's money.
Yeah.
You never. It's not your money. It can never be your money. You see it, but you can't come close to it. But now, when I moved to work with a non-profit, then now I came to understand that I can do business in America.
Okay.
Because it was a non-profit, one young successful lady who had built up many non-profit organizations, all working under one bigger non-profit umbrella,
Okay.
making millions of dollars.
Okay.
And I learned a lot from her. I learned work ethics from her. She also had faith. I'm telling you, every morning before we start work, we all have to meet. We all pray. Then she shares a word of encouragement for everyone.
Okay.
And her words of encouragement always circled around the people that we are offering services to.
Okay.
Who? The needy, the poor.
Okay.
And those are the people they were serving. Because she had a food pantry, she had a farm, she had homes for veterans. Like, she had a lot of programs. And all of them was serving people. But then, working with her, I came to realize that all she's doing is that she's taking advantage of all the networks she had,
Okay.
gets donations,
Okay.
and distribute the donations out there. And it's
Okay.
making her millions as a business. Okay. What stops me from doing it?
Okay. So now you work with her, and then I recall like our conversation. You made mention that you did your masters, and that's one of the biggest mistake. Or that's one you thought that was a mistake.
So going to do my masters have always been my biggest mistake in America.
Okay.
It's because you see, you go and incur debts that you don't use for anything.
Okay.
Think about it. I did my masters in data analytics. I'm doing cybersecurity now.
Okay.
It's not worth it for me.
Okay.
Why? From where we come from, we have always portrayed education as a way to be able to get a job.
Yeah.
That is not in this country. In America, it's experience. Why? If you have a job and you're looking for somebody to do it, you have a PhD student who just finished his PhD. You have somebody who have 2 years experience. Who you hire to do the job?
2 years experience.
Why?
Because he has the experience in doing it.
Because the knowledge you have as a PhD holder is not practical.
Yeah, it's not practical. Yeah.
When you come and do work, you realize that the thing that you learned in school, it doesn't always go like that. Mm-hmm. So you need somebody who have been able to face with those bumps. How are they able to overcome it?
Yeah.
How to navigate in a corporate setting. And those are things that it's hard for them to teach you in school.
Yeah.
You have to experience it.
Okay.
So if you go to school, so while I'm done with school, I'm interviewing. I did over 100 interviews. I never got a job.
Okay.
I remember one of the interviews that I did an interview. The recruiter told the manager liked me. Oh yeah, I'm going to bring you on board. I was actually on the brink of going all the way to sell all my properties, planning on going to Anaheim. Anaheim is in California.
Okay.
One of the most expensive places to live. Did my rent, checked my rent. The rent was about 1,800, 2,000. That's about 6-7 years back. Ago. And something told me, no, hold on, don't sell anything yet. The following week, I was waiting for the recruiter. The recruiter never got back to me.
Wow.
The Friday, I called the recruiter and said, "Oh, the recruiter have gone on vacation, and so they are going to follow up and get back to me." The following week, when the recruiter came back, reached out to the manager. Manager said, "So she was not hearing from the recruiter, so she moved on with a different candidate."
Wow.
I'm telling you, I was so upset. I had fasted and prayed for 7 days. I packed my things from the church and went back home. I was so upset with God. Oh man. Months later,
Yeah.
then I started reading on LinkedIn that Disney is laying off people,
Okay.
and they are laying off contractors. What does it mean?
So you would
If I
have
had
what?
gone,
Yeah, you
I
would
would
have
have
been.
lost my job by then. And now I'm in Anaheim, paying about $2,000 of rent
A month.
and don't have a home because I don't have a job. So then I'll
Yeah.
be laid off at it
Yeah.
and be homeless. And so for me, I also see that the steps of the righteous also always ordained and directed by God.
Okay.
Yep.
So after school, now you are struggling to get a job.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of interesting because now you are a mentor, you are a coach, you run a boot camp for cybersecurity and all that. How did you get into that?
Okay. So after school started, wasn't working, then I was fortunate to be able to get a job with a company with the state.
Okay.
Now, when I got into the state job, I mean, I loved the job very well. It was something that I loved very well. And so I moved to Ohio,
Okay.
living with my cousin. One night we are there having a conversation about how life goes. I used to sit down with him overnight. We can talk. And he was mentioning to me about cybersecurity.
Okay.
That, oh, he had a friend who is pushing him to do this cybersecurity. And before then, I've had a friend who is doing the cybersecurity.
Okay.
So I had a conversation where he has told me that, Iman, make sure that you're doing what is called RMF. When they say anything, just tell them you want to do RMF. I said, really? He says, yeah, don't do anything else is going to be difficult for you. Because you are now entering, look for some. I said, okay. So I had it in mind. So I started doing my research.
Okay.
Watched videos, contacted people who were teaching the class, have watched their videos, but the thing couldn't make sense to me. I understood it.
Okay.
But the whole picture couldn't come together for me.
Okay.
And so, talking to my cousin when he mentioned the person, I said, oh, let's call the person.
Okay.
He said, oh, he's late. I'm like,
You gotta call him.
we got to call him. It's 11 p.m. If he doesn't pick up, he doesn't pick up.
Okay.
Then let's give it a try. I just picked his phone and just called the person. Then I even started the conversation. Then he was there. Then we all started talk to the person. The person said, oh, yeah, but I've started a class. So if you can wait till the next class. I said, no. I beg you, I want to. I'm telling you, I'll watch the videos and catch up with the class before we get there.
Okay.
And that is where it got in. And I'm always grateful for him because I always see it as if he has not accepted me into that class,
Okay.
by the next time I would have even lost interest. But because he accepted and I went ahead, I never took it as a joke. Every video then, every class we did, I watched it like 5 to 7 times.
Wow.
5. And when I started, it was difficult. I'm a sports fan. I watch every sports. I watch basketball. I watch football. I watch tennis. I watch soccer. Every sport.
Okay.
And we're playing the playoffs that time. I remember very well. But I had made up my mind that I would sacrifice my playoff. Because that time when I'm paying for the NBA, I was streaming it. Because I didn't have money to even pay for the NBA app.
Okay.
By the grace of God, now I can pay that every year. I can subscribe to the NBA season and watch.
Okay.
All because I did those sacrifices.
Yeah.
And I say it in the sense that I've talked to this same brother, and I was telling him about how difficult it is. Because I wake up at night. So I changed my whole schedule.
Okay.
Because my job was in Pacific time, I now start work around 11 a.m. Eastern time. And I close at 8 p.m.
Hi.
As soon as I close, I'm coming to the top, eat, chit-chat with the girls, then go to sleep. My cousin had 2 beautiful girls that time, so I come and play with them. Then I'll go to sleep. And I did this continually for almost 2 months.
Okay.
Wake up at dawn. So I sleep at 8, I wake up at 1. Then I'll
Continue with that.
come and study. Then after go through my morning rituals. And so that is how I got exposed to cybersecurity.
Security. Oh. All right. So if you've been watching up until this point, I guess you're enjoying the conversation. I need you to subscribe to the channel, become part of the family. Let's grow. All right. So you got into cybersecurity and you decided to. How did you get the idea to become or to start the boot camp? And then, was it? Would you say that getting into cybersecurity was worth it? And then, how did you generate the idea to, get?
For it being worth it, I would say that yes, definitely it's worth it because by the grace of God, it's making me do well.
A lot of money.
Hello?
It's making you do a lot of money. When I see you, I blush. I'm a guy, but I blush.
I wish I have the money that you are talking about, but yeah, by the grace of God, I'm able to afford.
But one thing about Ghanaians though, like Ghanaians are very humble. Even when they have money, I don't have money. Anyway.
Oh no, I'm not that kind of No, if I have the money, I'll tell you I have the money. But for me, what I'm grateful for is the fact that it has given me an opportunity to be able to afford anything that I want.
Yeah, okay.
And also make an impact in people's life. Those are the two things that I'm always grateful for pursuing it. And it's worth it. Now, when I was entering into the reason why I decided to go that route is because I came to realize that many are missing opportunities. We are spending our time going to school.
Okay.
We have gone to 4 years university, would have done 2 years masters, knocking our heads here. Where there's a route that you can take these courses within 3 months, by the grace of God, you'll be able to excel if you put in the work.
Yeah.
So then I decided to be able to venture into that. And when I was learning, one of the things I did during the boot camp, I was not just listening to what was in the boot camp.
Okay.
I was researching and learning outside the boot camp. So I came in contact with a lot of consulting companies, people who have done certain videos, and it exposed me that, hey, this is not just about boot camp. It's a whole business venture on its own.
Okay.
So before I even got in, I had ideas.
Okay.
That this same cybersecurity, I can be able to develop cybersecurity apps.
Okay.
I can be able to make sure that I'm going into consulting. I'll be able to make sure I'm developing frameworks.
Okay.
Or structured guidelines where companies can use to protect their environment.
Okay.
Especially where we come from in Ghana.
Yeah.
And to protect people's information. And so for me, those were the things that I came to. So I didn't see just a boot camp. Because I know that's where majority of the Ghanaians, and that's where many people will see me doing.
Yeah.
But if I'm telling you how my day goes a lot, most of the things that I'm doing, it's not just focused on the boot camp. It's expanding beyond the boot camp.
Okay. So like navigating the American system and becoming successful, how does the role of 9 to 5 come in?
Years ago, if you have asked me, I'd have told you that 9 to 5 is where you really have to come and make a lot of money, save per where I state now.
Okay.
I'll tell you that 9 to 5 pay bills.
Okay.
If you want to be able to build wealth, it's not 9 to 5.
5. Okay.
9 to 5 can help you. It's a startup. It will help you. I know people who have 3 jobs, 4 jobs, then they are saving up. But you see, always think about it that if you are incapacitated
Okay.
and you can't work, that's what you have, or is what you have going on. Will it still be going on?
Okay.
If it can't go on, then there's a problem.
Okay.
And so for me, it goes beyond 9 to 5. For me, my 5 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
is the time that you use to build your wealth. 9 to 5 is where you are working you are working for someone.
Okay.
5 to 10 is your time for you to build your own wealth.
Okay.
So majority of the time, 5 to 6, I'll go eat, run out, spend time with my fee, and do. If my fee goes to work, I'm back into my office.
Yes.
If she's home, then I have to spend time with her. So then quality time comes in, because that's also very important. But apart from that, you see me holidays, weekends. I like sports a lot. So
Okay.
I'm watching my sports and I'm still doing work.
Okay.
I try as much as possible to be able to maximize my day.
Okay.
Why? Because when I'm one successful man that I met made me understand that the reason why many people fail to be able to build business and wealth is because they waste their after 5 watching TV.
Yeah.
And that is their prime time.
Okay.
But if you spend, and that is why they put a lot of the night shows between 5 to 10.
Yeah.
Because that's a prime time.
Yeah.
But 5 to 10 is where you need, because you're 9 to 5, you are working to be able to make money, to afford, to pay bills. After you are done, what do you do with that time?
Okay.
If you spend time there, that is going to be successful. Others also do it. And I learned this also from my brother, that same brother I'm talking to you about. He mentioned something to me one day when I was struggling in the learning. I was telling the child, it's so easy, you're waking up at night. Then he told me that great heights that great men reached and kept
Okay.
were not attained on a sudden flight. But whilst their companions slept, they were toiling up in the night.
Wow.
When he said it, it came one of those scenes. Okay, then let me keep fighting on. But then, at a certain point, I came to realize that they kept. It says heights at which great men reached and kept.
Okay. So you can get there, but to keep it.
Yes.
Okay.
Why? Because on a normal note, if you are working and you are doing any mere job if you are doing a job and you are earning 50 to 70,000 a year, that's a good job.
Okay.
You decide that, okay, my child goes to a normal public school.
Okay.
When he starts making 120,000, 150,000, no, I have to take my child to a private school.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I understand.
Now, when you take your child to that private school, it increases your expenses.
Yeah.
And so you and the person living 5 to 7, 50 to 70,000,
Yeah.
your income, your savings rate might be the same.
It's the same, yeah.
Why?
Because your lifestyle has changed, right? Okay.
So now your lifestyle is there.
Okay.
For your lifestyle to be there, meaning that for you to maintain it, to keep it,
Yeah.
you need to maintain whatever you are doing to maintain that income.
Yeah. So on that, one of the things that I've realized, and it goes to you, like you kind of work hard. Even today is a holiday, but when I came in, you were still working, and I was like, hey, this man. So aside hard work, do you think that there's something extra that's probably gotten you to this point?
For me, I think that it's 100% grace. And I'm a man of faith. So when I say 100% grace, and I say it in a sense that I believe that even the strength to even work hard, God gives it to me.
Okay.
I believe that my steps is directed by Him. I believe that the people that came my way, that I encountered, that says something that I picked those knowledge from. I don't see it as the people. I see it as God speaking through those people to me. Mm-hmm. So I believe in grace.
Okay.
Others will call it luck.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's luck.
I've listened to some successful people, and recently one of them was O'Neill. Like he comes to Shark Tank, and even Donald Trump. They normally say, "Oh, like I was lucky. Even though they do work hard, I think, but most of them sort of say that I was lucky because like I was doing what I was doing. Other people are doing the same thing I'm doing, but like it clicked for them, and then it did not click for I don't know. It's kind of shaping my mindset that at least there is this element
of luck
in whatever that you do.
I think that is just a name that they have given it. They might call it luck, but it's for me, it's grace. Why? I say it's grace because you see,
grace is an unmerited favor, right?
Yeah.
But when you work hard and like maybe opportunity meets hard work.
Are you the only one who is working hard? Do you understand? You see, if you are talking about grace, hard work is not part of grace.
Yeah.
If you are working hard and your hard work is making it, you are making it.
Okay.
But if it's something that you don't deserve, and that's the point I'm trying to draw your attention to, you are working hard, I'm working hard. We are doing the same thing. But there's that unmerited favor that has found you, that has made what you are doing successful than mine. Do you understand the point I'm making?
Yes.
Yeah. So it is not hard work meeting unmerited favor. Because for me, if it's just only hard work,
Yeah.
if it's only hard work, I've seen people who work harder than me. Are you aware of people in your life that you say these people are working hard?
Or maybe
the money they are bringing in.
Maybe like, what about being strategic? Some people work hard, but they're not strategic. How about that?
When you see they work hard, I don't trust them. What does it mean?
No. So, in Ghana, I mean, not necessarily in Ghana, but like you have the construction worker who works very, very hard. But like there are some people who are like maybe have mastered the act of, using their skills to make money, and then the act of managing money and acquiring more money. So
there are people who are working. So you're saying people who are working hard, people who are working smart.
maybe you can put it that way.
Let me mention something to you about what I have also realized about many of the rich men that I have met.
Okay.
Or many of the prominent people that I've seen, I have met, have had direct conversation with, that I see is that they don't just depend on grace.
Okay.
They work hard. When I say they work hard, I talked to you about this man, millionaire that I met in a bank.
Yeah.
He told me that from his life, since he started life, every day from 6 o'clock to about 7 p.m., he's working. He quit his job because he wanted to make sure that he makes time for his boy who was going to college.
Okay.
Because that job has taken a chunk of his life. I talked to you about this lady that I met during a non-profit. Same thing. She's the first to come to work and she'll be the last to leave. I can tell you at times I can receive an email at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. This lady's leaving the workplace at 6, 7 p.m.
Okay.
But sends an email at 11.
Okay.
When you own a business, it is your property. When you own a business, if the business does not flourish, it comes to you.
Yeah.
Everything about it is about you. You'll be concerned about it.
Okay.
Because of that, you don't want anything go under the carpet that you are not aware of. So it causes you to be able to work extra to put in the money. So when you have a business, you barely sleep.
Okay.
I wake up at dawn at times and I'm thinking about my business and what I need to do. Because I'm always thinking, how do I improve what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
How do I reach different group of people? How do I increase my profit margins that are coming in? And that's the mindset that I use. So for me, if you ask me, yes, everybody works hard, but the hard work doesn't merit it. Okay. The unmerited favor is what brings the success.
Okay.
And that unmerited favor for me is not luck.
It's grace.
It's grace.
Okay. So now, coming to America, one of the things that have struck me is the fact that people are hinged to a particular principle and they can actually die because of that principle. And I, say this for fun that maybe in Ghana, a lot of people don't really have strong principles that they've adhered to, except for maybe that they would die for, except for maybe a political party like MPP, NDC. What
that one, is it a principle that they believe,
No, like, I don't know, but maybe they have some kind of foundation or understand that this is MPP is better than NDC,
yeah.
but that's just by the way. But then, what are some of the principles that you've held on to, some of mantra that you keep on to that is keeping you going and making you succeed or achieving the level of success that you have?
My first has always been my faith. My faith in God. My faith that He sent His Son Jesus Christ to come and die for my sins. And in Him I have life. My faith in Him that everything that I'm doing is He's the one that is directing me. And so I will not fail.
Okay.
So He gives me the opportunity to take risk. Why? Because I believe that if I have failed, He has failed, not me.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
He will not, so I make sure that I'm going or I'm being aligned with Him. And that is one principle. Two, I've come to believe that this country is a land of opportunities.
Okay.
But it's for only those who take risk.
Okay.
The opportunities are there. It's full of opportunities. When they say it's a land,
How do you take the risk in a very safe manner that at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, if you take the risk and then it backfires, yeah, you can find yourself in a very uncomfortable situation. So how have you been taking the risk in a very safe way that
it has never backfired on me?
I
Do you
wouldn't say
think that
no,
it has
no,
never
no. I
backfired?
wouldn't say it has never backfired, but maybe even if it did backfire, it backfired safely.
Scripture says that godliness with contentment is a great gain. I've always been content with what I have. I have never pushed for worldly things. Never. Like at a point where I'm craving for these that I have to die for this. I have to die. No. Now, my safe bet
Okay.
is my first principle. I take the risk believing in God, believing that He's the one that I'm doing it for.
Okay.
Give you a typical example. I help many people.
Yeah.
I don't expect thank you from people.
Okay.
And I was telling someone this yesterday. Why? Because as humans, our nature is to disappoint.
Yeah.
As humans, that is our nature. Our nature is to be ungrateful. And because we are humans, if I expect so much from you, you cannot meet my expectations.
Yeah.
If I give you $20,000 and you are supposed to pay me back, how much will you give me?
$20,000.
Do you think that if I give God $20,000, God will pay me back with $20,000?
Well, according to the way Christian preach it,
Do you get the point I'm making?
Yes, I get it.
Not even the way Buya. Imagine that there is a bigger God. If you don't even don't believe in God, and
Yeah.
there's a superpower, and you think that you are giving the superpower 20,000, this is the superpower will bring
It's
you
gonna
back that same.
multiply it.
So for me, everything that I do, if I'm doing someone a favor, I'm doing it because I'm doing it as I'm doing it to God. And this is a principle I learned from my pastor, Reverend Sonny, that always prefer to say to receive, God rather bless you and pay you than the person rather paying you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that leads me to how I take my decisions.
Okay.
So my risk is in the fact that I have to go to Him and seek that, do I have to do this?
Okay. So that's how do you marry that? Because it brings me to the question or the notion that a lot of Christians, they think that, oh, God is gonna make a way, God is gonna do this, and because of that, when things go south, they don't sit down and analyze the whole situation and know where they faulted, so that they can put in the necessary mitigation steps not to get themselves into those situations again. So I feel like once you relinquish the responsibility on God, you lose accountability of yourself in it.
I don't do that.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that I'm controlling God.
Okay.
Because the God that you are working, you see, if you understand your faith and your work with God, you realize that He's practical.
Okay.
When I say He is practical, what I mean is that, you see, when God is sending the Israelites to war, He can tell them that, hey, go with only 500 people. He could have said go with a few people, but he gives them a number.
Okay.
When God was creating the earth, you realize that this is that day 1 he did this, day 2 he did this, day 3. We didn't hear the creation story and say that God did created the world and he created. No, he gave us specifics.
Okay.
When you understand your walk with God, I understand how God talks to me.
Okay.
I have developed that relationship with him that I not like I can hear the visible voice, but I can see that this is the direction that he wants me to go.
Okay.
And I go with my faith that this left side that I'm taking, God is the one directing me. I'm not taking it because I feel like I want to go for the money there and there. No.
Okay.
And one way of judging it is always what is the outcome. And that's why I told you that I don't go for, I'm not so much into wealth. I'm not so much into material
The
things.
things. Okay.
Because I believe that there's more life after this life.
Okay.
My goal always is to be with my Savior one day. If it calls for me to lose 100 million.
Okay. Cool. So then what will be the other 2 principles?
Other 2 principles, I think that the first principle has been the faith.
The faith, yeah.
The second principle has been the fact that I take risk. It's a land of opportunity. But
Okay.
the land of opportunity is for only those who take risk.
Risk. Okay.
So, but I'm not scared to take that risk.
Risk. Okay. And then the next one.
The calculation part is it. And the third one that I can talk about is the fact that personally, I believe that my success doesn't depend on me. It depends on
Some people.
others.
Okay.
Because of that, I treat everybody that comes into my life with respect.
Okay.
I don't care how much you have. I don't care how old you are.
Okay.
I need to. Why? If you look at my life journey, as I told you, every step of the way, there is someone
Okay.
who leads me to their something else, who have picked something from, who have learned something to, who I believe that God is talking through them to talk to me.
Okay.
In that sense, I need to be able to embrace everyone that comes into my life.
Yeah.
My way of embracing them is to respect them. And I believe in loyalty. It's one of the key things that I don't joke with. Why loyalty? Because it's hard to find faithful people. It's hard to find.
Okay. So, say a young guy wanting to travel here, time, like, gives you a call and say, Mr. I want to come here and then make it. What are the 3 key things or 2 key things that you would advise that you give to that person?
Okay. First key thing that I would advise a person if you come into this country, open up to listen to a lot of advice, but also be careful, because every decision that you make have consequences, and you are the only one who will bear the consequences. Those sleepless nights, nobody can help you. I can advise you as much as I can,
Okay.
but everybody shares with you partial. They don't tell you the full story. Because oh yeah, everybody shares partial story. Because
Yeah.
they share partial stories, you advise them based on the partial story. But then there's another side of it that you don't know.
Okay.
And so always my first advice to you, open up to advice. But don't limit yourself to those advice alone.
Okay.
And be careful with those decisions, because every decision that you make comes with consequences. You are the one that is going to bear the consequences. Don't be boxed, especially in the Ghanaian community.
Okay.
Break barriers. There are Mexicans in this country are more than Ghanaians.
Okay.
Nigerians in this country, they are more than Ghanaians.
Okay.
Indians in this country are more than Ghanaians.
Okay.
If you decide that you want to be able to do things the same way you used to do in Ghana and box yourself to the ideas within the Ghanaian community, the ideas are very small.
Yeah.
Go beyond the Ghanaian community. If you are opening yourself up beyond the Ghanaian community, you learn a lot.
Okay. So now talking about the Ghanaian community. So one of the things that I've realized coming here is that like you have these people from Asia or Middle East. They come here and then you see that as people or as families, they're able to build up businesses together. But it is not the same for Africans. And it's something that I always think about. Recently, I was having a conversation with a friend back home in Ghana and we were talking about some ideas. And he was like, oh, me, I don't like family businesses. I don't like family and friend businesses.
Yeah.
And but when you these Arabs and all those kind of people, they like most of their wealth is about the family, like working together as people. Why do you think that people here, Africans or African Americans, are not able to do that?
Okay. So when we see things like that, we only know the surface.
Okay.
When you go close to them, my neighborhood that I live in, there's a lot of Turkish here.
Okay.
There's a lot of Scandinavians.
Okay.
Actually, my ride up next 2 blocks.
Okay.
Me and my wife were walking around the neighborhood and we go to another part of the neighborhood. Same about 3 or 4 lanes.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we met him there. And I'm like, what are you doing here? He says, oh, my mom lives here.
Okay.
Says, oh, really? So yeah, the mom lives here, the brother lives
there.
here,
Okay.
the cousin lives here. I said, wow, that's it. So when I was coming, me and my wife were discussing it.
Yeah.
And during those conversations, one thing that I learned with him was that, you see, we think that they are building businesses, but they build businesses because of how they were raised.
Okay.
They were raised together. They have certain principles that they have lived with. There are certain integrities that they have lived. There are certain lines they don't cross, even though they are brothers, even though they are sisters. For us as Ghanaians, those things are not there. We lack those integrities. That's why you see that everyone is looking at being wealthy, and so they'll kill for it.
Yeah.
That's not how they are. They cherish and appreciate families. We think we love families, and we do family because we are helping families back home. We are doing. Why? Because with us, one wants to be on top.
Yeah.
Who is taken care of? Who is being seen as a big man? A gatekeeper, let me put it that way.
Okay.
To them, that is not how it is.
Everybody's kind of equal. Okay.
So if you don't learn those things about their culture, if you don't learn those things about their system, similar to the Indians, similar to the Japanese,
Okay.
you come and think that, oh, this is what they are doing, and no, there's more to it.
Okay. All right. So do you think that there's anything that I left out that you wanted to touch on?
Oh, no, me. No. I think that I want to encourage everyone. The land is a land of opportunities.
Okay.
If there's a key thing that I would want them to pick up from this conversation, first, faith. Don't joke with it.
Okay.
Yeah. The steps of the righteous is ordained by you. Don't joke with it. I've come and experienced it myself in this country. So I would say it's one key thing. Second thing is that always remember that all the advice that will come,
Okay.
it will come. Do not face the consequences.
Yeah.
You will bear the consequences. So whatever decision that you take, always consider them.
Okay.
But don't make it the final. Then always think beyond the box.
Okay.
Not the community you live in is a small community. If you are not happy and life is not good here in Ohio, move to California.
Okay.
You realize that life is way better there for you. The people will embrace you, and that is where maybe your success will be. So don't limit yourself to just the boxes. I see a lot of Ghanaian girls coming in. I want to do nursing. I want to do nursing.
Yeah.
My next question to them is that why don't you want to be a doctor and a nurse?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to take me a lot of years, 4 years, extra 4 or 5 years of my career.
Okay.
Okay, how old are you? 24, 25. If you go 35,
Okay.
or if you go 40 years,
Okay.
and you're a doctor, isn't it better than being a nurse for the rest of your life?
Okay.
They don't think about it.
Okay.
If you are 35,
Yeah.
or if you are, let's say you are 30 years and you're a nurse,
Okay.
You make $100,000 all the
Over.
way till 40 years.
Okay.
You have made $1 million.
Okay.
If you become a doctor from 40 years all the way to the time you retire, maybe you're making 150. Then it keeps increasing 200, 250. If you compare yourself to the next,
So in the long run, like, you're making better.
sacrifices to go for the high. Don't settle for less.
Okay.
Because of time.
Okay.
Why? Because time is not defined by you. God is the one who is in charge of time.
Okay.
Nobody knows when they will die,
Okay.
but you're as old as the time you die.
You are as old as the time you die. Okay. So the conversation has been interesting. I have learned a lot from this man. I promise you, there are conversations we've had behind screen, behind yeah, behind the set, and like, I've taken them into my notes. I'm gonna apply them. If you have made it to this point, I would like you to leave a like, share your thoughts in the comment section, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel. My name is Atu Apia, and this is Afrobase Mindsets. We are on a journey to, discover interesting life stories of people, successful people in America, and learn and grow and develop as people. Yeah, I'm out.